Morning everyone, Ado here, manager with Crosscare Homeless Services, former member of the Social Care Workers Board at Carew, retired from that 2 weeks ago after 8 years. Former member of the Consultative Forum for Former Residents of Mother and Baby Homes and Allied Institutions, etc., etc. Happy Easter to those of you of the Christian faiths, and enjoy the chocolate Easter eggs to everyone else. This week I've been thinking a lot about supervision, and this is really directed towards people who supervise out there in social care land. I've been listening a lot and talking to people about supervision recently, and I've been listening a lot to people on social media in relation to the type of supervision they're getting or not getting at all. And I was at the conference a couple of weeks ago as well, and I talked to a lot of people. Well, I was at the conference, I was down there for 3 days, and talked to a lot of people, and the standards of supervision right across the social care sector go from the sublime to the ridiculous to the good to none at all. And that's concerning, isn't it, for social care professionals? But anyway, those of you who are supervising people, what is the purpose of supervision? I suppose that's a good starting point, isn't it? What's the purpose? The purpose and function of supervision. And really, in my eyes, the purpose and function of supervision is developmental and kind of safety. Developmental as in it's helping someone grow and develop in all spheres of their social care career. And safety is about keeping those that we serve, the very vulnerable people that we serve, safe, but also keeping the team safe, the individuals within the team, keeping them safe as well. And of course there's lots of other things, but they're kind of the primary things around supervision. And then how do we do supervision? You know, is it a tick box exercise? Is it very much about task, you know, and holding people to account for task? You're asked to do that and you didn't do that, and you're asked to do that, you didn't do that. Is it that type of supervision? Or is it a space whereby you're looking at giving someone the ability, the knowledge and the permission to actually be a great decision maker and to actually lead within their own role within an organisation? And then what type of supervisor are you? Do you really understand, you know, what type of supervisor are you? And in the model of supervision training that we use, you know, we look at it, you know, are you do you sit much firmer in accountability? You know, are you very much about the accountability? Or do you sit more solidly in reflection? Or are you much more comfortable in the doing, the task-oriented side of it? You know, you have to understand where you're comfortable yourself. Or are you a mediator? You have to understand where you're comfortable yourself. And the reason why is, if you're a very reflective type of supervisor, which I am, that's where I sit, that's the quadrant that I sit most comfortably in, and the person sitting at the other side of the table is much more comfortable in reflection as well, well then you're going to be there for days just reflecting. And if you're an action-oriented supervisor and the person sitting on the other side is an action-oriented individual, well then you'll be just rushing to do tasks and no reflection and no analysis, no mediation, none of that gets done. So really, for supervision to be effective and for you to be a very effective supervisor, you have to understand your motivation and where you sit within the supervision process. Then you have to be willing to build great relationships with the person sitting opposite you so you understand them. And only then can great supervision start. So I'll leave it there for Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to everyone. Enjoy the break. If you're off tomorrow, enjoy that as well. And I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.